Yeah, the Oak Bay Half Marathon is going to be winding its way through the streets of Oak Bay, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. That is May 24th. And here to check in on it, Nick Walker is one of the organizers. Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing very well.
Great to talk to you this year. So how's this year shaping up as far as attendance and, how it compares to previous years? Give us a sense of this year's Oak Bay Half Marathon.
Well, we are very fortunate that this is probably one of the most beautiful 10K and half marathon courses you could do in Canada, even in the world. And so we are actually a sold out event between the half marathon, the 10K, the relay. And we do have a few kid spots left, but those will for sure go before the 24th.
Okay, but it is a sold-out event for the most part, again, except for those few exceptions, which is great. Does this thing always sell out, or is this unusual? Give me some context there.
There's certainly been a surge in running popularity, and we've always aimed to provide kind of like a boutique and pinnacle experience. And so we did cap the numbers so that it didn't detract from the kind of like participant experience, because it is such a spectacular place to run. And you don't want to be dodging people and really focusing on weaving between people. You want to be able to focus on how gorgeous the area is to run. So we have just over 2,800 participants are going to be running through the streets of Oak Bay in a couple of Sundays.
Wow. Well, congratulations on the sellout. That's fantastic. There's the half marathon. There's the 10K. Is it all kind of running the same as last year? Any changes this year?
Yep. Thankfully, we've worked quite closely with District of Oak Bay and the Oak Bay Police Department to ensure that the route is kind of following the same path, and that at least gives people that live in the area so consistency, so they know how they can kind of escape the route while the run is going on. And we've got a couple hundred volunteers. They'll be out there guiding traffic and residents and participants to make sure that it's a smooth and safe event.
Now, you mentioned the volunteers. You do need more of them. You might have all the runners you can handle almost, but you still could use some volunteers. Is that right?
Definitely, yes. Yeah, we can always use more people out on the course, whether it's volunteering at an aid station or at a corner and intersection, or just coming out and cheering on people. It's amazing the energy that just coming out and clapping for a few participants can really make a big difference for a lot of people that are setting these goals as like lifetime achievement goals to running a 10K or a half.
Nick, I wanted to address the volunteer mindset, because I know I've been volunteering for this event for a couple of years now. I have found personally that the more I embrace it, the more I get embraced. I've had runners come up to me afterwards, walking back with their medals all proud and the endorphins flowing, saying, thank you. You're cheering me on. That one particular moment actually made a difference. And I was quite taken aback at the time. Like, wow, okay. What I did actually hit the radar. It
is, yeah. Like running a 10K or a half is obviously a very big achievement for many people, and you can have ebbs and flows of how you feel out on the course, and having participants and volunteers and people out there showing support and kind of rooting for you to achieve those goals really can make a big difference for people.
And as a volunteer, I'm under the impression you can take on as little or as much as you want. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, and because the course kind of has different sections of out and back, and so you can kind of be an early setup volunteer, and then you can be out on course, and then you could be somewhere else out on course, and then you could even help volunteer for the kids run, which is an absolute blast to see several hundred kids sprinting through the streets.
Yeah, that is actually worth the price of admission right there, because they're just so darn cute.
And I also like that it's usually after the main race. So right. You've just finished your thing. You're so proud of yourself. But then you see some 6-year-old in rubber boots run faster than you could ever imagine. That is my experience with the kids run.
Yeah, pretty funny.
That's so true.
Anyways, volunteers. So, and you mentioned there's various different things you can do, different levels of commitment. What else do you need out of a volunteer? If somebody's thinking like, oh, hey, maybe I should volunteer, what do they need to know or to have or to, I don't know, to do to sign up?
Yes, yeah. Easiest thing is to, and this is for everybody, is they can head over to oakbayhalf.com and then they can find out where all the road closures are and access points and viewing points for the route, as well as on there we have volunteer sign-up spots, so they can go on there and sign up, and then Louise, our volunteer or kind of our event coordinator, can assign a spot and really put you to good use.
Well, excellent. They could use volunteers at the Oak Bay Half Marathon because all of these community events don't happen without volunteer support.
Correct. Yes, this is entirely a community-driven event. So these events don't happen with people participating, and they don't happen without people volunteering their time.
And just curious, because you've run, well, pretty much around the world, I'm thinking, how do we do when it comes to our volunteers? Are we good volunteers? Are we keeping up, taking up the slack and helping out?
Oh, we are so lucky in Victoria. We have just an incredible community of runners and walkers and volunteers, and Vancouver Round in general is a very supportive community. And I would say in pretty much every sporting or arts event, and we're very, very fortunate to live where we live.
Well, Nick Walker with the Oak Bay Half Marathon. There you go. It's not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Through the streets of Oak Bay, around along the waterfront and in the little village and around Windsor Park for sure. They will be doing this big event. There's the half marathon, there's the 10K, there's the kids fun run. Most of the runs are sold out, except for the kids run, like you said, and volunteers are still needed. So please do help out if you can. It's going to be a good one. Looking forward to seeing you out there, Nick.
Thank you. I can't wait to cheer you on.
Thank you. Right, and my legs are sore, but it's going to be over soon.
Yes.
That's the bottom line, right?
The end is near.
The end is near. You're almost there. Well, okay, we'll leave it there, though. But, I'll let you know how I do.